Thanks for that report, Shannon. We are looking at the roads potentially worsening some later this evening as we drop back below freezing. So we got a bit of relief in the afternoon, but we're definitely not out of the woods yet. And look at some of the results we've had so far today. Impressive ice totals, up to 1/4 of an inch for many locations, at least along and north of US 20. And 1/4 of an inch of ice doesn't sound like much, but we're seeing a lot of power outages popping up because 1/4 of an inch can add at least 250 pounds of added weight to things like tree limbs as well as power lines. That's why these structures are starting to fail, and they'll continue to do so as winds pick up. Imagine all that added weight, and then you're blowing it around with some stronger winds tomorrow morning. So we're definitely out of the woods when it comes to impacts yet. Watch out for icy roads the rest of tonight. You look at exact track radar, we're continuing to see rain mixing with freezing rain. So we'll continue to kind of dance back and forth here between icy conditions and regular rain showers. The issue, though, is we zoom in, is you'll see these pockets of freezing rain. So that's going to add on to some of the iciness we're seeing already today, and temperatures are likely to drop back below freezing. That's why we continue to be under ice storm warnings for far southern Wisconsin and far northern Illinois. May add on to the 1/4 of an inch we're seeing so far, potentially up to 1/2 an inch in total in some locations. And then south of US 20, less for ice, but still looking at some slippery roads into Ogle County, DeKalb County later on this evening as temperatures again drop back below freezing. Currently, we're looking decently when it comes to those surface temperatures, but as we cool off, we'll look for that iciness to settle back in. That means the roads, while they may be wet now, could turn icy again, and we could also see those power outages continue to spread as we add more weight onto those power lines. You look at future track, we'll continue to have steady showers through 8 o'clock. After 8 o'clock, getting a lot lighter, if not drying out, but we still see some impacts into tomorrow morning. So we drop back below freezing. Watch out for icy roads. Also keep an eye out for broken branches and power lines into tomorrow morning, even after these showers end. That's because the winds pick up. So by tomorrow morning, still looking at some slick spots on the roads, but as those winds pick up, more branches come down, more power outages possible. So it may take until after 6 o'clock or so tomorrow before we see some relief from all of this. Right at about that time, 6 o'clock tomorrow morning, we're back above freezing before we cool off into tomorrow afternoon. We'll have a blustery but dry day ahead. We dropped temperatures down into the 20s for Friday. Could see some snow Friday night. And then into the weekend, we get back above freezing for an extended period of time. So that may help melt a lot of the ice and the problems we see with that once we finally get some sunshine and warmer temperatures into our backyard. Speaking of warmth, 50s possible with rain showers next Monday. By next Wednesday, though, back to a wintry mix as we cool off. In your most accurate 10-day forecast, we may continue to see active weather into the tail end of next week. We roll into March, though, with near average temperatures, looking at some mild weather in the 40s long term.
All right.